welcome back to Validated Golf. Today we're going to talk about something that I've already reviewed. If you watch our videos, you've seen me review this, you know how much I loved it, and that is the Paradym Triple Diamond from Callaway. This driver, I was originally fitted in a Ping, the LS G430, almost forgot what it was called there. The new one, was spinning it off the moon. Got fit with a Kylie white into it, low launch, low spin. Spin was, I hit down on the ball anywhere from 2 to 3 degrees, sometimes 4 if I'm really swinging bad. I had a really hard time loading the shaft. Something I've always had good luck with is these Atmos Tour Spec shafts from Fujikura. But with this shaft, it was spinning even more. But the problem with the Kylie is I was having such an issue loading it when I wasn't swinging 110%. I felt like I couldn't give that shaft an 80, 85, 90% swing, or the ball was just gone. It was way right. I couldn't load the shaft. It wasn't releasing properly for me. 100%, 110% swings, it was awesome. But anything less than all hands on deck, it was over. That ball was so far gone right for me, and I ended up going back into the Atmos, even though it spun a little more. I was trying to figure out with what I could, and it was spinning off the moon. I mean, a great shot. I was spinning that thing at like 3,500. Granted, I know that's my negative attack angle is my biggest issue, but I was looking for forgiveness also, which is why I settled on that. I had got that before I could get my hands on a Paradym. Long story short, ended up going to get fit by a master fitter at a private country club here in Orlando. The guy was incredible. Obviously, they had all the new heads. They had Titleist, they had Callaway, they had Ping, everything you could think of. And the only one that they didn't have in stock, I guess it had got damaged in testing, was a Stealth. And truthfully, I didn't want to test it anyway because I'm not a fan of the carbon face. I know how much issues they've been having. And for some reason, that red face just really did not sit well with me on the ground. I had tested it before, and it just did not suit my eye at all. Nothing against Taylormade products. I know they're phenomenal. So anyway, long story short, if you watch my review, you'll see I ended up getting fit for the Paradym Triple Diamond with a Hazardous Black, the new Hazardous Black. So this club ended up being not only the fastest. If you watch my review on this Paradym Triple Diamond, you'll see that this thing was no joke, 4 miles an hour faster for me on average than the Ping was. And Ping is not known for being the fastest, so, it's no surprise that it is faster. But, I mean, the first shot with this club, right? I mean, they have where I got fit, they have a bay where you actually hit out into the range off a TrackMan. And the spin was like 32, 3,300, and we know with my negative attack angle, it's very hard for me to get low spin. That's anybody that hits down on the ball. It's a swing flaw. You got to get it fixed. It's hard to. I've constantly been working on it. Anyway, so that being said, Triple Diamond ended up winning the battle. It was not the lowest spinning. The the TSR4 was a little lower spinning, but the ball speed actually dropped, a couple miles an hour, and it was only like 100 RPM on average lower spinning than this. And the trade-off for the ball speed being a couple miles an hour more and me liking the look of this head more than the TSR4 ended up getting me in this. So I've been playing this. It's been good. If I'm not swinging great, the spin ramps up again for some reason. I mean, and I know, like I said, I've already said it multiple times, it's my negative attack angle. I hit down on the ball. I know that. It's a personal swing flaw I've been working on. But anyway, so I'm always open to changing stuff like any golf nut / golf nerd / YouTube golf guy is. And I tried a multitude of shafts in this thing. And basically, I got more consistent. The best shaft I ever have put into play over the years was an Atmos Blue, which is like a mid-launch, mid-spin profile. and I ended up having one tipped. I tipped it a 1/2 inch, so it kind of stiffened it up, but still gave me that feel to where if I'm not swinging 100, 110%, it's still going to get me in the fairway, and I can produce a good shot with it. So that being said, I went on a quest to find something that is a lot older based on my research and some people I've talked to, and you never see them. They're very hard to come by, and they're still very expensive for how old they are, in my opinion. And that is the OG Sim in 8 degrees of loft. And this thing is just, this is the unicorn. There's still a ton of tour pros, ton of Korn Ferry guys, DP, Asian World Tour, all those tours. There's still guys playing this driver. And it's just, it is a modern day, even though it's old, it is a modern day SLDR for you older guys that have been golfing a long time. It is high launch, low spin. The head characteristics on this thing are absolutely phenomenal. As you saw, I don't know if you saw it, but I have a Rapsodo, the MLM2 Pro. It's incredible. I got a little review on that for you. You can go check that video out. So I'm able to get all my own metrics now. I can sit right in here. That's why the studio looks a little different. I've been doing some testing on the Rapsodo. This driver turned down in loft to 6 degrees. I mean, I know I hit down on it, but paired with this mid-launch, mid-spin, tipped a 1/2 inch, it's a 6X Tour Spec, Atmos Blue. This thing is absolutely incredible for people who hit down on the ball and have a negative attack angle. This thing, my worst shot with this club is spinning at 32 to 3400. That is my average spin with a paradym, with any of the new low spin clubs. They're trying to go, it almost seems more forgiving these days, which is great because we all need forgiveness. None of us are pros, to help the average golfer. And that's great, but you know, a lot of times, for instance, this paradym is an absolute missile right out of here, which is my typical strike zone. And when I can hit it there perfectly, the spin will, you know, it'll drop to 28, 2900, which is pretty dang good for somebody who has a negative attack angle. It's very low, actually. But anywhere else on the face, it's ramping up. The ball is just getting up, kind of ballooning, coming down, and it just plugs, sticks, jumps back a couple feet. And that's even with a Pro V1 left dash. I mean, I've tried all the balls. I've tried everything. I love this driver. I love the way it sits. I love the way it feels. It's a very forgiving driver for a low spin driver, like I said in my review of it. But that being said, this thing, I have gained so much yardage with this old club just because of how low spin it is with a higher spinning shaft. Granted, no shafts are really high spin, low spin. We all know that. We've all heard the dilemma. It's all based on your delivery and how you deliver the club. This shaft just seems to kick perfectly for me, right at the bottom of the swing, right as I'm hitting up on the ball. Excuse me, I had a little hiccup there. And it's just unbelievable. I mean, these things are so rare. This is, like I said before, it's a unicorn. I mean, this is the little baby. I've been looking for one for a long time, but even the dang heads in this type of shape, I got some T marks there because I've been playing this thing constantly, but you can see how good a shape this thing is in. I mean, it's just in phenomenal shape. Just the head alone in this shape's going for $300 still on eBay. I mean, what are these, 2015 or... No, they're not that old. It might be 2018. I forget when they came out, but it's I've been looking at so many dates with drivers and stuff, I forget. But it's very old. This is the OG Sim. What is it? The speed in motion or whatever their little slogan was. But it sounds great. It looks great. I am by no means a Taylormade fanboy, trust me. But this Sim line, if Taylormade would just like go back to that formula, I mean, they would probably sell a ridiculous amount of drivers. But anyway, so that being said, I got a unicorn. It's been awesome. The paradym is out of the bag. I'm getting rid of it. This thing, my worst strikes with this thing, like I said, are in the low, maybe mid 3000s tops. I mean, it's crazy. I can hit this thing anywhere on the face. Granted, I'm more of like a toe center guy, as you can see from these T marks. But I mean, it still gets out there because it manages spin so well. And I don't know about the twist face and all that stuff, but this thing is just so good at managing spin for a negative attack angle guy that hits down the ball or girl. I would highly, highly look into an original sim. It's hard to find one in good shape. They do also make a sim max in an 8 degree if you need some more forgiveness for those guys who need some lower loft, try to get that spin down, but still want the forgiveness. But before I let you go, I will tell you, average swing for swing, they're the same speed. I average, when I'm warmed up swinging my normal 110, 112 swing speed, I'm in the 164 to 166 ball speed area with this sim. And I'm right there with the Paradym also. But I will not lie to you, the Paradym, I have seen my fastest ball speed I've ever had in my whole life playing golf. I'm just turned 35 years old. This is the fastest driver off the face that I've ever tried. And I mean, it was crazy. I think I got up to 171 ball speed during a speed training session. Obviously, swing speed went up. I was speed training. We were trying to see what the Rapsodo had, getting some more speed and distance. But, I mean, this Paradym is the fastest driver I've ever put my hands on, ball speed-wise. But with speed comes spin. So this thing, yeah, I might be hitting it, 168, 167, but if it's ramping up to 4,000 and change in spin, I'm just fighting a losing battle. I'm swinging extra hard to get the same yardage as a stock swing with this. So overall, the regular sim, OG sim, weight right basically in the middle, a little towards the toe where I strike it, has been unbelievable. I mean, a good friend of mine, Caleb, I play with all the time, usually once a week. He's just blown away at how this old club has done such wonders for low spin. It's amazing. I just never gave it a chance years ago, and I'm really upset I did not give it a shot, because it's perfect. It's great for me. It's great for high spin players. But that being said, the Paradym has been dethroned. No more. Paradym is gone. OG Sim is staying in the bag. I've played quite a few rounds with this thing, and my worst strikes with this OG Sim are going as far as my good strikes with this Paradym. And it's not shaft related. I was fit by a master fitter. It's purely spin. Ball speed is no good, in my opinion, if the spin is going to go up that fast with it. So, everyone knows launch characteristics are everything. I'm playing, about dropped her. Dropped the unicorn almost. 8 degrees aloft, as you can see, set to lower. So it's at 6 degrees aloft. I'm not sure the actual static loft. I do not have a loft machine, but it is set at 6 degrees aloft. And on average, I'm launching this thing anywhere between 11 and 14 degrees, which is right in that window that I've never seen before. This thing turned up to 10.5 with this same blue shaft is launching low, sometimes 7 to 9 degrees. A great strike, high in the face might jump up to 11. And obviously spin goes down a little bit with it, but you lose some ball speed because you're hitting it high on the face. But it's just, this thing is not as good for a high spin player. And, they always said the triple diamonds were made for the tour pros who need a little more spin for control because they have so much speed. Speed is not their problem. Spin management is their problem. So these triple diamonds, they're great. If you hit up on the ball at all, I'd be willing to bet Callaway probably has one of the, if not the fastest driver on the market. It's incredible. It's ultra forgiving. As you can go watch my review on it. I give you all the rundown on it. And it blew my mind how fast it was. You can see in the video, it is a ball speed producer. I mean, this thing is fast as hell. One of my buddies got fit for the standard Paradym, and it just blew his tricks on ZX5 out of the water, just like it did my LS, just like it did my Ping LS. I mean, everything. But spin management is everything. Find what fits you. Not everything new is better. I'm sure you've learned that over the years. There's a lot of YouTube videos on it. But Callaway's been dethroned by an old Taylormade. Paradym out, sim in. We'll catch you on the next one. Like, subscribe. I'm giving you all my feedback, everything I'm learning. There's a lot more coming. Like I said, we got the Wrap Soda. We just did the review on that, and it's going to be an awesome year. We're going to be playing some Pebble Beach, some Augusta in here on the simulator, getting some die-hard numbers. I'll have some friends over, and we'll get you guys going. So we'll see you guys 2024. We're coming in hot. Please like, subscribe. Check us out. We're on TikTok. We're on Instagram, Validated Golf. And one more thing I want to plug in there. One of my very dear friends, Luke, who married me and my wife this year. We've been friends since we were young teenagers. We're now in our 30s. He's married with a kid. He's a captain down in the Keys. He's a bad freaking to the bone spear fisherman. Go check out his channel. It's Ocean Ethos. He's got some great POV in the water footage. Like I said, he's a captain down in the Keys. They go spearfishing. Extremely good for tutorials and you guys wanting to learn spearfishing. I do a little bit myself. It's been too long since I've been in the water. I got to get back down there. But I'm going to tag his link down in the description for his page. Go like, subscribe. They shoot some massive wahoo, African pompano, all these awesome fish. So go check them out. And thanks for checking us out at Validated Golf. More coming at you.